Welcome back to the channel, and brace yourself, because we are diving into one of the most explosive and dramatic WWE SmackDown backstage developments of the year. What unfolded after the cameras stopped rolling last night is nothing short of chaotic and dangerous, as tensions within the Bloodline continue to spiral out of control. What started as a simple backstage moment turned into a heated confrontation filled with betrayal, fury, and a dangerous warning that may signal the beginning of a brutal war inside one of the most dominant factions WWE has ever seen. Right after SmackDown went off the air, Jacob Fatu was preparing to head out of the arena. He looked intense and focused, a man clearly carrying the weight of unfinished business on his shoulders. But before he could even take a step toward his car, the backstage area erupted in shouting as Tama Tonga came storming in like a man on a mission. His rage was obvious, his steps heavy, and his voice booming with fury as he marched straight toward Fatu. Without hesitation, Tama got right up in Jacob Fatu's face, and you could feel the tension in the air rise like a thunderstorm about to strike. There was no smile, no handshake, no brotherly respect. Only pure hostility. Tama Tonga wasted no time bringing up the past, a past Jacob Fatu probably thought was buried and forgotten. But Tama made it painfully clear that nothing has been forgotten, and definitely nothing has been forgiven. He reminded Fatu of what he called the biggest mistake of his life, the moment he betrayed Solo Sikoa. The moment Jacob walked away from someone who trusted him. Tama shouted that Solo gave Jacob everything: loyalty, protection, and a place of honor inside the Bloodline family. According to Tama, Solo believed in Jacob Fatu more than anyone else did. He treated him like a brother, gave him a chance to shine on SmackDown, and brought him under the Bloodline banner, without hesitation. But in Tama Tonga's eyes, Jacob threw all of that away. He didn't just betray Solo, he betrayed family. And in the Bloodline, betrayal is a sin that demands punishment. Tama's words were like fire. He screamed that Jacob Fatu spit on the loyalty and respect that the Bloodline stands for. He accused Jacob of using Solo Sikoa to boost his own name, and then walking away when things got tough. Tama said betrayal has consequences, and those consequences are coming sooner than Jacob thinks. And then Tama said the words that turned the confrontation from an argument into a declaration of war. The consequences start now. As soon as those words left Tama's mouth, the atmosphere changed instantly. Jacob Fatu didn't flinch, didn't back down, and didn't show a single ounce of fear. He didn't say much, but he didn't have to. His expression said everything. His silence wasn't weakness, it was a warning. It was the stare of a man ready to go to war. Things escalated fast. Tama Tonga shoved Jacob Fatu, and Jacob stepped forward like he was ready to knock him out cold. The two were inches away from tearing each other apart backstage. Officials and security rushed into the scene, yelling for them to stop, trying desperately to prevent the situation from turning violent. You could hear metal crates falling over and equipment crashing as security struggled to hold both men back. Tama kept screaming over everyone, pointing at Jacob and promising that he will pay for what he did to Solo Sikoa. He shouted that the Bloodline will make an example out of him. He accused Jacob of being a traitor, a coward, and someone who turned his back on his own blood. Jacob Fatu still didn't talk back. He didn't curse, didn't yell, didn't defend himself. He just stared Tama down with cold intensity, a look that sent chills through everyone watching. It was the look of a man who is dangerous in silence and speaks only through destruction. Eventually, security managed to force the two apart, but it didn't feel like anything was settled. In fact, this confrontation only made things worse. Tama Tonga made it clear this isn't over. This was not just a warning. This was a threat. And threats inside the Bloodline do not end with words. This is only the beginning of what could turn into one of the bloodiest internal wars this faction has ever seen. The Bloodline is falling apart piece by piece. Trust is gone. Loyalty is gone. And respect has been replaced by revenge. This isn't about championships anymore. This isn't about power anymore. This is about betrayal, and betrayal always demands payback. Jacob Fatu will not back down. Tama Tonga is not letting this go. Solo Sikoa hasn't even responded yet, but you can already feel that something massive is coming. The Bloodline is a volcano that's about to erupt, and when it does, nobody will be safe. There are no friendships left, no peace, no unity, just war. So buckle up because this Bloodline drama is nowhere near slowing down. In fact, it's just getting started, and it's about to get more dangerous, more personal, and more violent than ever before. If you thought you've seen chaos before, trust me, you haven't seen anything yet. This is only the beginning. Stay locked in because we're bringing you every update, every fight, every leaked confrontation, and every shocking twist that goes down. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on all notifications so you never miss our wild WWE SmackDown Backstage updates. Things are about to get crazy, don't miss it. What makes this entire situation even more intense is the history behind it. This isn't just a simple argument between two wrestlers. This is personal. This is family business, and when family business turns into a war, it becomes darker and more dangerous than anything that happens inside the ring. The Bloodline once prided itself on unity, respect, and absolute dominance, but those days are gone. Ever since Roman Reigns stepped away and Solo Sikoa began asserting authority, there has been a massive power struggle inside the faction. Everyone wants control. Everyone wants to be the one calling the shots. And when power is on the line, everybody becomes a threat, even your own blood. Tama Tonga came into WWE as an outsider at first, a warrior from another battlefield who fought with honor and carried the legacy of his father Haku with pride. But now, fueled by loyalty to Solo Sikoa, Tama has become one of the most feared and loyal enforcers in the faction. To him, anyone who disrespects Solo disrespects the entire Bloodline. And that is exactly why he is coming after Jacob Fatu with so much rage. Jacob Fatu, on the other hand, is a monster in every sense of the word. He is violent, unpredictable, and fearless. His arrival in WWE was expected by fans for years, and when he finally showed up, he made an immediate impact. Destruction followed him everywhere he went. But with that ruthless reputation comes a past full of battles, betrayals, and shifting alliances. And now that past has come back for him. The story between Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa runs deep. Solo believed Jacob would stand beside him as the Bloodline evolved. He saw him as family, a true warrior who could help carry the faction into a new era. But according to Tama Tonga, Jacob didn't just walk away. He walked away at the worst possible moment. He abandoned Solo when he needed him the most. And now Tama is determined to make him pay for that choice. But what Tama doesn't realize is that Jacob Fatu has his own side of the story. While Tama sees betrayal, Jacob sees something else, survival. In his mind, he didn't turn his back on Solo. He broke away from something that was falling.